Right, so joined now by Joel and Alex from the band Dyme. So hello both.
Hello.
Yeah,
I can see you got a nice little pop shield on your mic there, Alex, as well. That's a very cool touch.
yeah,
You've thought this one through.
exactly. Want to give you the best possible sound experience.
So we got the bass player and we got the singer and also to some extent guitarist. And I guess are you the main songwriter, Joel,
Yeah, I definitely was at the start.
or
I've as the years have gone on, I've tried to include everyone as much as possible, and we do most of the recording together now.
okay.
But yeah, I'm usually the person who brings an idea forward to the table.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess you call me the soul.
So what happens then, Alex, when Joel brings a dodgy idea to the table? How what's your kind of what's your
I
approach
don't
to that?
know. He's not
He
done
hasn't
it
done it
yet,
yet, has he?
so yeah,
That's the correct answer. That's the correct
yeah.
answer.
He's the
So
hit maker.
and you're the bass player. So do you have much input into the songwriting side of things? Do you come up with like riffs and stuff yourself, and that's how it works with you?
It does depend on the song. Some
Mm.
songs Joe brings, and they're quite fully formed. So it's just a case of kind of bringing it together in the production stage. But
Mm.
some material we do get to work on together, bring our own flavor and that sort of thing. And I think we managed to make that balance of just kind of having all of our input, all of our flavor into the music quite well, quite consistently.
Yeah, I think the good thing is as well that it's not, Al's not just a bass player and like he writes songs as well. He plays guitar. He play,
Yeah,
we're all
yeah. There's
multi
nothing wrong with
instrument.
being a bass player, Alex. It's fine.
No.
It's all right to be a bass player. It's okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
so I guess we all get to have that input, and yeah,
yeah.
we all know how songwriting is, and we
I mean,
can
I
do
don't
it.
know, Alex, with Joel. I don't know how it works with you, but when I've played in bands for like maybe 40 odd years, and I try not to say to other musicians in the band like this is the part sort of thing. Is that the way it works with you? Do you sort of interpret the song and you come back with the bass line? Is that the way it works?
Yeah.
Mm.
Generally speaking, like we get that kind of freedom, that artistic freedom, I guess,
Yeah.
to bring our bit and we piece it together. And there's that give and take of working in the band, obviously, and you want to complement, you want to serve the song. Not that's why I'm not riffing bass solos in all the music, but
No more than
like
10 minutes anyway.
exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's plenty. How many bass guitars have you got, just out of interest? Do you collect bass guitars?
No, not yet. I've just
No.
got the one actually.
Okay.
It's only a jazz bass, so
Oh, nice. Yeah. Proper Fender
yeah.
Jazz. Yeah.
It's a Squire Jazz.
Oh, it's a Squire. That's okay. Yeah. Squire.
Yeah.
Squire makes some good stuff. Squire makes some good stuff. I've had Squire guitars.
Well,
Um,
I'll be moving up in the world soon.
Yeah, well, I was talking to Joel earlier, and he's amazing. I mean, he's already got himself a genuine Fender Strat and a Martin, which is not bad. I've never owned a Martin. I always wanted to. I never really got to that stage of owning it. Is that how you write your stuff, Joel, on your Martin?
Or well, I have a GS Mini as well, one of those Taylor GS Minis. So it'll
Oh,
either
nice,
be
yeah.
on, yeah, but that's back in Cardiff. So
Mm.
it's either going to be on that, on the Martin, or a lot of the time now I start on the computer, like on Logic.
Oh, do you?
Um,
From from
yeah,
from 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 a beat,
yeah. So
like
like
a
I'm
loop
just
or something?
um, I'm just getting a lot more into production now.
Mm.
So the last few tracks, I think I've brought a full on song, a full on beat, and that's where I've started from. So
So
yeah.
how do you actually sort of do you build that beat yourself? Are you working off loops and then interpret them, take them somewhere else? Do you have a rhythm in your head? How does it work?
I don't use loops.
Mm.
I have splice, so I just usually bring in something and then play in my own beat. Obviously, I'm not going to be precious about it.
Mm.
As we said before, like everyone else can bring their own artistic flavor, but I just kind of put it in as a just to get it started, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it worked. It seems to work anyway.
Well, it seems to work very well, because just looking around, Alex, you seem to be getting a lot of kind of social media interaction and hits and responses. I think we do Spotify. We're doing quite well on there, I'm thinking. But do you have any kind of figures on stuff? What kind of figures are you getting?
Joe, you'll be good with the figures.
Yeah.
He's the figures man, is he? Okay, sorry.
We're just under 30,000 monthly listeners now. So that's I think around 29 now, 29,000. We got super lucky because we got put on a playlist, Spotify playlist.
How did that come about? Because that's interesting.
Yeah, no, it's actually super easy, and I feel like a lot of people might not know this because I didn't. It was our guitarist Sam who actually told us about it, and so you basically just upload, I think, one song or two songs to Spotify, and they put it on a playlist if they like it, and we just got put on a really big playlist.
Wow.
That had a lot of people listening to it, and so now the song that got put on that playlist is just under 500,000 streams. So
what song is that?
Could Be Anything.
Okay, and that's at the moment then, because Alex said you're the hit maker. That's the hit. That's the big hit so far, yeah?
That's the one that's worked, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I mean, I've listened to some of your stuff. I'll be honest with you. I don't know why you're called Dyme. Maybe you'll tell me, but I didn't know what to expect. The name sort of didn't sort of tell me it was going to be this or whatever. But I mean, I've listened to a lot of stuff in music over the years, and things I picked up on your stuff really was it's very immediate and kind of poppy and really nicely produced. There's no kind of sense to me of sort of indie or alternative to it, but you describe yourselves as alt pop. So how does that kind of work?
In terms of, I think we just never went into it thinking that we were a pop band. I think we do have that little sort of that little spin, that little twist that doesn't make us strict pop.
Would it be bad if you were?
No, not at all. Popular music is popular music.
Yes, popular music, yeah.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, the songs that I mostly write are quite poppy in general.
Yeah.
They're catchy and listenable, and would sit
very radio friendly, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Would sit well on the radio. But I think
if you were to listen to some of the earliest recordings that we did, some of the demos and things, you'd get more of a sense of why we initially called ourselves like indie or pop. It was much more bandy, much more guitar riffy, that sort of thing. But we've developed from then.
When you say you developed, Alex, was that like a conscious decision, or did it just happen naturally? Or
I think it's kind of a natural progression from the collaboration that we had with our producer. Joel's initially was Joel's friend Sam, and he's become more of our friend now. But he's a very, very talented producer. He's able to take the ideas that we had and make it into the kind of polished pop sound that you get now. And that collaboration has been quite key for us as a group, I think.
What's his background then? Your producer, was he like a student or something? Is that where he comes from? Or
he lives in London. He's a student at Guildhall.
Okay, he's very good, by the way.
He is very good.
Yeah, he is. I mean, at first hearing, I mean, I started out in working with up and coming bands back in the 80s on Red Dragon FM, which is now Capital Radio, and I've heard hundreds and hundreds of tracks. And your stuff has got that really, he's good. It's polished. It's kind of that.
We got pretty lucky with getting him to sort of invest so much in us, and then it's become such a good friendship and sort of good relationship.
Well, that's just a gold mine finding something like that. I mean, if you're a songwriter and you've got a producer who works with you, who gets what you do, and you can deliver what you want to deliver, that's bingo, really, isn't it?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's been really beneficial for us. Yeah.
How about the current situation? With this, you're in London, 150, 200 miles away, whatever. The other guys are in Cardiff. Has it been? Has it sort of influenced you to write songs about certain things during this period? Or has it just left you flat? I don't know.
I mean, of course, I've drawn inspiration from it, but yeah, I think it's just it was just a natural next step for me, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to just feel like I was abandoning everyone, but at the same time, everyone's got their own lives and they're doing their own thing at the same time. So it kind of it felt like the right time and the right move.
So what kind of stuff if you were writing at the moment, what kind of stuff would you be writing about? Would it still be the same stuff you've always written about, or, has this sort of changed your kind of mindset?
No, it's still a lot of the same stuff. Still, there's always a classic love song in there. But yeah, I mean, I have written about moving away, about the sort of relationship that you have in a band, that close bond. Yeah, just about all that.
It's
really
been a bit more introspective.
Actually, it has. Yeah, we were talking about that recently, weren't we? It has. A lot of my writing has been a lot more sort of, I don't know what you introspective, like just more looking in at what is my current situation is.
I mean, I've interviewed quite a lot of acts kind of over the last couple of weeks, and I interviewed a guy yesterday. There's no reason why you would have heard of him. He's actually been in music for a long, long time. He travels the world. He's a singer, guitarist, but he's just written this song all about kind of the situation. And quite a cute trick he came up with for the video was he actually asked his followers and fans, etc., to send little 10-second clips of how they were kind of finding something they could hold on to during the COVID-19 thing. Well, lovely idea for a video, and that's going to be coming out. His name's Martin Joseph, but you'll see his.
I have actually heard of him. I think my mum knew him back in the day.
Probably. Yeah. It would be a parent's taste rather than yours.
I've actually been to a show of his in the
have
Millennium Center.
Right. I mean, he's great. He's a great guitarist and great songwriter.
Yeah, he's really good. Yeah.
You've got this festival next week, then, with of course with CMF. Not quite the same festival as we originally had in mind, unfortunately. Which venue were you set to be playing?
Tiny Rebel, I think it was.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it's all a bit weird now, isn't it? I know that, and obviously the venues, I mean, they're all losing money. The bands aren't playing. No one's going to like me to go and see. It's a really weird thing. So tell me, Alex, are you going to be part of the performance on this next week? Are you for the festival?
Yes. Yeah. So what how
are you going to do it?
We're doing an online kind of session type thing. So that'll be kind of how it's received. So we're kind of all in our own homes and just kind of hooked up to our computers and playing the tracks that way. And
what software are you going to use so as you can play together with no latency?
Well, so the trick we're actually doing is we're pre-recording onto Logic,
right, and a mixing.
Yeah, and then mixing.
Well,
together.
I think that's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
I think that's. I mean, I don't know whether you saw. I'm an old geezer. I don't know if you saw the Rolling Stones this week. They were all everywhere with us, and there they all are. Like I'm looking at you now, and they're all kind of playing. I think Charlie Watts, the drummer, was playing a Biscuit Tin or something, but they were kind of playing the song together, and it still looks great, and the spirit of it still comes across, And you're doing the vocal and the acoustic guitar stuff on that, then, are you, Joel? Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it just kind of made the most sense to do it this way, especially with the time frame. I think we only had like maybe a week or two.
Have you started working on that stuff already?
Finished it.
It's done. I was ready to go. Okay.
Yeah.
How long is your set going to be?
We're doing 4 songs.
Right.
So however long that is, it's not that long. But yeah. Yeah, 4 songs.
Was it sort of enjoyable, Alex, to do that, or was it just, you know, a bit kind of soul destroying? Or, I don't know.
For me, it was enjoyable because we haven't actually played together in a little while. So, you know, even if it's playing at a distance, you know, it's still together.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So that was quite a nice experience.
What's I mean, God knows when this is going to be over. You know, I mean, do you have any sort of figurative, Alex? Do you have any sort of figurative dates at all? You know, to come back and play. You know, proposed gigs, or have you thought about that yet?
Well, we're still in the process of kind of figuring out what our gigging will be like. At the beginning of the year, we're trying to figure out a new way for us to kind of move forward in that. So it is hard to say, but we do want to get, as soon as things open up, really, we'd love to get back on the scene, get Joe back to Cardiff, like every other month or so, like just have something on the go, just to build up a fan base, local fans, that sort of thing, get the name out there.
And Alex, you said about the first song, you know, getting all those hits on Spotify. I imagine there's a follow-up to come. I suppose there's plans for videos, etc. Are there, Joel, on this?
Yeah, it's it's kind of changed a lot of times, but the idea would be singles and EPs and videos. You know, all of it really. It's just kind of locking it down and getting to a place where we can kind of have a set plan, and sort of release date and release.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because we don't know. I mean, we could arrange something for like November and it might happen, wouldn't it? You know, let's hope that's not the case. But what are you working with it sort of through a plugger or an agent at the moment, or not? Not yet.
No, we have got in contact with a few before now, but either they want too much money from us, or it just hasn't worked out.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're not really in that.
I mean,
place.
half a million Spotify hits. Yeah. You know, opens kind of ears and eyes. You know. Yeah,
it's funny actually. A lot of the audience has been from America as well, though.
Oh right. Oh, that's interesting. Anywhere in particular in America or at all?
LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got the LA sound there, have you?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess
There's
so.
Your producer again, see?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I might be. I don't know. But yeah, a lot of plays. I think it's just because it's American playlist, like specifically for them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's great.
Obviously, a lot of people from the UK are listening to it as well.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to be big in LA, though, wouldn't it?
I mean, yeah, we'd love to go over there and play a show.
There's a target, isn't there?
Yeah, I know. That'd be the dream.
Just to close off for today, I mean, I hope the festival, you know, I hope you get a great response to it, and I hope you share it like crazy, and, you know, let's hope we're all playing again soon. Gigs to look forward to. Where can people go, Joel, to find out more about Dyme?
We have all social medias. Probably you want to go to Instagram or Facebook, and our handle would be We Are Dyme, and that's Dyme, D-Y-M-E. And also we do have a website. It's under a bit of work at the moment. Our drummer's sorting it out, Junior. So otherwise you can go there, and that's We Are Dyme as well. Okay, and I'm not going to ask you now why you're called Dyme, because I'll just let you have that nice air of mystery to continue with. Yeah. But stay well, stay safe, and thanks very much, guys, and enjoy the festival, and good luck for the future. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Thank you.